Tracks. If that happens outdoors, we're talking about it. From fishing to hiking to hunting to trail riding, we cover it all. Brought to you by Petrick Service Station, Holden Sporting Goods, Black River Express, Moe Hardware, the Eleva-Strum Rail Riders, the Elk Ride and Gun Club, Triplo County Economic Development and Tourism, and the Associated Conservation Clubs with Triplo County. So tighten up your boots, check your hook, and fire up the engine. The adventure starts now.
That is right. The adventure does start now, and it is Thursday. Time to get outdoors, and it's a pretty good day to get outdoors. And I'm sitting here with Brian Long. How are you this morning, my friend?
I'm doing great. It's great weather out there. Can't complain.
Oh, my goodness. I know. And 65 by Monday. Hey, we will take more of that, won't we?
Well, we'll probably get a snowstorm, but let's just cross our fingers. But it's been pretty awesome out there. So
Yeah. They always say during basketball season and the tournaments and everything, it hits.
You don't know. You never know.
You never know. But you guys got a good event coming up next weekend. Is that already?
Next weekend, boy. It's been the area's been just crazy busy. Got Dave's stuff over there this weekend, so make sure you make it over there. But next weekend, the 14th, our fourth annual corned beef and cabbage brat feed. We got a tent out there this year attached to the backside of the Legion because we just run out of room. Heated tent. We'll have TV in there because, of course, we're going to be watching some state games in there.
You gotta.
So go. I'm going to have to put a plug out for the Eleva-Strum girls. So we'll probably be watching them bring home that gold ball.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be a great event. So it's awesome that we get this avenue to talk about things like this. And I got to do at least one shout out to Tom, International Ingredients. He's going to be having Butch come up there this year again and do a live. We don't know the time because of all these games going on, but Butch will be there doing a live broadcast. So that's pretty awesome. So thanks to International Ingredients over there. They're pretty awesome to the community.
Yeah.
They've been good to us and everybody else. But so it'd be a great day, so make sure you get out there.
And who doesn't love corned beef and cabbage? Come on, right?
Some of the best around. Them ladies put that together for us up there. They knocked it out of the park. I mean, actually, we run out a little earlier than we expected last year, which is a good thing. We added another 30 pounds this year, so we got more food. And, I mean, it's just going to be a great day for that end of it. And everybody comes for corned beef, and it's pretty darn good.
And you're going to have to-go boxes, too, for people?
We're going to have some to-go boxes. You want to come in, grab something. This is free will donation.
Okay.
So come in and give what you can or give more than you can for your neighbor that can't or whatever it might be. So it's going to do good for us.
Yeah.
It always has.
Yeah. It's a good fundraising event. And
it is. That's our biggest one of the year. So, and actually, pretty much our only one. We do a couple other small things throughout the year, but, I got a couple things that we're going to highlight so people know about, but most of the time they're watching on Facebook or website and things like that. And when something gets rolling, it seems like a reel or a post on Facebook, everybody will just share it, and then everybody sees about some Texas hog hunts again. We love to bring them back. Them have been great for us all. New this year around, we got a day of guided fishing on the Mississippi around the Pepin area. We got two-person pheasant hunts over there in the Caledonia area in Minnesota. The Barnegan Lodge, they've been great to us all the time. They got an overnight stay at the Barnegan Lodge over there. Mel's, she's pretty awesome. You got your other typical normal stuff, the Blackstone, some awesome patio chairs, fire pit, flip-flop grill, music events. We got a music event in Madison, a couple other ones. Got some tickets too. Off-road adventure park. You take your machine over there and do some riding for the day and things like that. I mean, I could sit here for the next hour. There's going to be like approximately about 100 baskets.
Oh, wow.
And they're big baskets. That's not even in the silent auction, so there'll be a good number of those. I don't even have a count yet. They keep coming in. They'll get all the late ones. We'll probably still be getting them on Friday and Saturday morning. And then you got to find a room for them on the table and make everything work out. But it gets a little crowded in there. Everybody knows that, so that's why we did the tent. And hopefully it'll spread out people. They can go outside and eat and do a little different and more standing room and more room for all the great prizes and things you could win. Wisconsin Dells, we got a lot of stuff down there this year.
Yeah.
Lake Geneva, What the girls like to do is they put together, we like to just call them like an adventure basket. So if you get multiple things for an area, you can put them all together, and maybe they want to stay overnight or whatever they might do, and they can give some money back to that area that they're going to.
Yeah.
So that's what works out really good for us. It has been anyway. So
Yep, and that's a great idea. And one thing I've noticed with a lot of these fundraising events is what people do is if they win those things from those local businesses, they make sure to go to those businesses a lot of times and patronize them a little bit. Not patronize.
It makes that circle complete. So you keep that money as local as you can, and that's still within the state. And there's road riding down there. There's all kinds of different areas you can go and make a great weekend out of something.
Yeah. So when do the trails open?
They're all different across the state.
Yeah.
You got roads that are, that is a great question. But
I know Jackson County, they're trying to do something to open them early. They've kind of fought with the DNR about it, and
definitely
I don't
have
know
to
what's going on.
along. There's no set in stone. They've opened them early. They've delayed them because they're too wet. And, that gets to be a tough question. You don't ever want to say that because then maybe they will be opening late or something like that. But it's usually in the May time.
Yeah. So just keep an eye
around
out.
the middle of May. Yep.
Yeah.
But in certain areas, they like to open them. They'll be open all winter long for winter riding. You double up on the snowmobile trails, things like that. Or they got a below freezing rule. You got your different townships that'll have, maybe they might be closing at sunset or 10 p.m. Some are open. It's really hard to, so you definitely have to follow along.
Yeah.
Trust your sources, DNR websites, things like that.
Yep. So that's probably the best place to go. Go to your DNR website.
Even not so much.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes, exactly. Sometimes, follow these clubs and, follow the counties more specifically.
Yeah.
But it is, there's no in-stone rule that when they open up or when they close, and it could be last-minute things. Unfortunately for the snowmobilers this year, what a terrible year again. It's no riding unless you go way up north. You got to load everything up, trailer for the weekend, and hopefully catch some lake effect up there. They had a little bit of good riding north of 8 this year, but just not around here. The guys go through a lot of work marking these trails and brushing them and things like that. And
they even groomed them once this year. We were so hopeful.
Unfortunate. So on our side, it's a little more fortunate. You still can get out on some of these trails, like the one, like the Buffalo River State Trail. That's open year round.
Okay.
So you can get out there and do things like that. And
yeah, that's great. And then, back to what time does the corned beef and cabbage kick off next weekend?
The doors will be open early.
Okay.
But the corned beef will be at 1:30.
Okay.
We have done it a little early if things are set and everything gets done early, but there's no guarantee. It's pretty much 1:30. So, it's going to run till about 5:30, and we've already discussed maybe delaying some of these, maybe a half hour or something like that when we do the actual drawings. Reason for that being is there'll probably be, hopefully, a lot of people coming home from the state game.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
They get a chance, they can get over there, spend a little money, win some great prizes, because there's something for everybody. There's stuff from Duluth over to Minnesota and down south, Road Race America. There's tickets for that.
Oh, wow.
So that's a pretty cool one. Some stuff out of La Crosse Speedway. So there's literally something for everybody. And what we do, everybody's probably seen our Christmas lights in the Eleva Park. If you haven't, it's a great success. It's a struggle. You learn a lot, trust me. It's a huge learning experience. What you can do, what you shouldn't do, why we're using so much power here, or blowing a GFI, or doing this. And, you get into we don't even have them all down yet, Brian.
Yeah.
We don't even have them down yet. But
we don't either, so you're doing fine.
But we already spent, we just invested in a bunch of commercial stuff already this year. A couple of the guys went down. We went down south of Milwaukee and picked up a bunch of stuff. So we've already added to our collection for next year, which is great. And that's all because of the community that rallies behind us. And the things like next weekend, some of the money will be towards that. And we do that with partnership with the Legion and Eleva, which, what's going on up there and the different avenues and how they brought that around. It's busy place. They need a bigger facility for the things they do. It's pretty crazy, you know. So yeah, the Christmas lights. We do our resident ride, which is American Lutheran Home / Hillview Assisted Living over in Mondovi. We team up with them guys in Buffalo County.
So you're doing that again this year?
Yeah, they want to do one here this spring. So we'll see if we can work that into the schedule, because it's been a fall one. That fall one last year got canceled because they had some COVID in the building, so they didn't let them out. But so hopefully we can get them on doing this spring. They love that. That was a great time, you know.
Yeah.
There was, I don't know, I think there was like 30 some residents last year, something like that. And we did take them out for a little hour ride and go back and have a burger and hot dog or something back there. And
it means a lot to those people.
It really does. Unfortunately, some of them don't get out very much. But so things like that. I mean, another one. So yeah, I wanted to touch on that. Things like that we'd love to do, and other things being behind the scenes that we don't. Some you don't even know about that you take care of, where some of your money goes if you donate it to. Pretty much, children is what we look for and things like that. And we do a couple other little things as we try to help the Eleva and Strum's fire departments. They get on these big calls, take them water and food and things like that. So like Cox and Brothers there in Strum, we were on scene there, and we brought a bunch of food and water and things like that. And so that's what we do. We try to give back as much as you can and make it meaningful at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys do a great thing around the community there, and they're lucky to have you there.
Well, I mean, there's so many great groups out there that you can. I mean, it's that you got the Lions and all these other clubs, the ATV, the snowmobile clubs. It doesn't matter who you are. The rod and gun clubs. They got all their events. The ice fishing circuit that you guys do. These guys they're all on the same page. Get outside, get doing something. Yeah,
get off the phones and enjoy this Wisconsin.
Yeah, get outside and do something. Like this weather now. I mean, it was snowing when we were young. It would be 2 feet of snow. So it was pretty crazy. April 11th, we have our first ATV safety class that we'll be teaching for the year.
Okay.
So get on, follow the website, follow Facebook, but get on DNR, Go Wild, sign up for that class. It'll hold 40. So that's what we max that out at. So I mean, we got 7 great instructors that they've branched out and added on. So now we've actually added on boating safety to that.
Oh, cool.
So so we have I don't even know if we have anything that scheduled yet. I don't think so. But Rob Rasmussen of the Legion, he'll take care of most of that stuff. He'll find some dates when the Legion's open. So most of them do that. We've traveled. We've been down to Trent Below. Ryan Hilton down there's been great to work with, and so we go down there, teach a class, something like that. But yeah, April 11th, a Legion in Eleva.
Okay.
Get on Go Wild and get your children signed up for that. The riding season is close.
It is so close.
Service them machines, get them all ready, get them safe. Wear your helmets and make sure everything's good to go. Your trailers, make sure them are all ready and good to go, and your trucks and be in the right state of mind. Let's just go with that when you're out there riding.
Not too many wobble pops.
That's what exactly. 2024, I was looking at them statistics. I didn't see 25s yet, but yeah, we can take them deaths down to 0 if we all try, because there's just a lot of them out there. So practice good riding, respect one another, and do all them great things out there. But hopefully we can see everybody, follow, we got a lot of things back to that, our fundraiser. I mean, everybody, they probably get sick of seeing all these posts all the time, but you gotta give your donors a little shout out, and you gotta let people know what you got coming in. So, and we'll never list them all. It just won't happen. I mean, I got a nice 3.5-ton jack. I'll do one more here in a jumper pack from Seth and Aaron, the boys at Napa.
Cool.
Napa Independence and Blair, they're awesome. So there's just so many things. I'll never list them all, but I wanted to do at least a few of these highlights, the bigger ones, and some of the newer things. And there's definitely something for everyone.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so get on out on the 14th.
14th,
Yep.
1:30, American Legion in Eleva. Everybody knows where that's at by now.
Yep.
If you don't, there's a big sign up on the corner. One of them,
You'll be able to find it.
you'll be able to find it. Be all the well, there's not a whole lot of parking, so it makes parking gets a little tough, and things like that happen. But you might have to walk a ways. But we try to go with everybody and accommodate something for. I mean, a lot of kids' baskets. So the age doesn't matter. Come in, have fun, some great food. It's just gonna be a good time. It always is. Like I said, we had to do a tent this year, so that's crazy. So we got a tent, and we're gonna attach it and heat it, and we'll get a TV out there because there's gonna be some great girl games on. So
Well, that sounds awesome. That's going on March 14th. Make sure to follow the Rail Riders on Facebook if you haven't already. Yeah, I've been seeing your guys' posts. Yep. They're not annoying. We love seeing that because we love seeing the communities come together.
Well, it is. You're right. They bring a lot of communities together, and that's from, Fairchild to Mondovi, and then you go north and south off of there. But them are, you get down into Whitehall, and it just all incorporates into one, and everybody, they travel, they help each other out, and, that's what it's meant. Western Wisconsin, is huge into this, and it's great. I mean, I wish we could get more, and you always try to recruit more. Every club would use more people. They're never going to tell you no.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what you do, what your age is, it doesn't matter. Even if you have one thing you're good at and you only contribute one time a year.
Yep.
They will take your expertise.
Yes.
They will take your physical labor or whatever it might be. They will take you on. So it doesn't matter what you do. Lions from ATV to snowmobile and parks and recs and rod and guns. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So we can all use the help. And speaking of that, there is go on our website. It'll take you to one of our links. There's membership forms on there, business and personal family memberships. It's $10 for a family membership. So, we don't want to be stealing from anybody. We actually lowered the cost because, we do a great things. And if you're there working, we don't want to punish you. And so it keeps the books looking good. And that way, it's meaningful to get out there and help the community. It is rewarding. It's pretty challenging sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It gets pretty challenging and demanding, some of the projects that you take on, but that's nobody's fault, usually but my own.
Yep.
So, but they've all turned out pretty good, and you see the smiles at the end of the day, and the people you never thought would even say anything, they come out of their way and they'll say thanks. It was awesome. And that's what it's for. And that's for anything that you do, any group, any club. Just like things Butch and you guys do here. You're at all these games and it's just crazy. So there's that day, there's 4 lives, I think Butch said.
Oh, it's going to be insane that day.
So that's why we don't have a time. It was early and then it was late. No, we don't know when he shows up. He shows up. So.
One of us will be there. I can tell you that much. I know that.
Yeah. So
because we got our ice fishing circuit, I think, that day too. So me and Buck won't be there, but Butch will be there for you.
Yeah, so many things. And 2 weeks after, so I don't even know the date off the top of my head. 2 weeks after that. The Eleva-Strum Snow Trekkers, they got their fundraiser at the Legion. It's just...
So that'd be the 28th? Is that it?
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Rattlehex will be there playing, so get on up there again. This fall, you got the Ossuary Dusty Riders, so follow them along. They got their big fundraiser that's in the fall time. It's it's all something going on. You got your music in the parks and the Strum and Osseo. Just, go outside.
Yep. Get outside, do it.
Put them tablets away, right?
Exactly.
Get on your bikes.
Get on out there, get some fresh air. Well, Brian, thank you so much for coming in today. Anything else you want to say to the people before we go?
I got about everything off my list that I was trying to remember. So.
Well, good deal. Well, if you forget anything, they can go on over to the Eleva-Strum Rail Riders Facebook page and check out all the things there.
Yeah, see you next weekend.
Yeah, sounds good. I guess this has been the Brian and Brian show here for Get Outdoors today.
Yeah, you see, it was a good thing. Double trouble,
Double trouble, It's not often they let 2 Brians in the same room, but,
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been in here, but maybe that's why.
Yeah, maybe. Well, thanks for coming, Brian. We're going to get back into the hits right after this short break.
Frustrated with technology? WHTL can help. Tech Talk with Ben Gums from Tri-County Communications. Thursday mornings at 9:15 on WHTL.